Hey guys, we have another update on what's going on with the David case, and this one is even more shocking. And it's leaving a lot of people to wonder, where are the arrests? Where are the suspects? Somebody cannot be this sloppy and get away with this much without leaving a trail. What's the newest thing that's going to blow your mind? The police have found a second body. Again, the police have found a second body. On top of that, people are saying that it appears from the evidence that's been released by the police and with the social media sleuths that Celeste, her last days or even months, might have been something out of the movie Saw, might have been something out of Silence of the Lambs. We're going to tell you why we think that is. We're also going to tell you about the second body. This could explain why the police haven't made an arrest yet. Because for someone to be this sloppy, it could mean two things to me. One, this is your first, excuse the term, rodeo. So you didn't know what to do. You were sloppy. You didn't think things through. Or two, you are a serial murderer. And you got so confident in what you were going to do. You got so confident in what you were going to do that you just got sloppy. For what? Dig a ditch for what? You have a tour. For what? Just put it in a Tesla trunk. Again, serial killers, when they get caught, I'm speaking in, of course, code, because we're trying to be respectful of YouTube, okay? But serial unalivers, right? When they get caught, it's usually because they got very, very, very sloppy. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing that we actually know of, the second body found. Now, you guys, this is something that is a bit odd, all right? This is something that is actually really, really odd. So the same day, and you might not know this, but it's something that needs to be said. The same exact day that Celeste was found in that impound lot, there was a second person actually found. That person is a woman. That person had an index finger removed. Interestingly enough, it's the same finger that David and Celeste had the tattoo written on their fingers. Okay? It is known that he often did, it is not known, but it was rumored that they battled issues with jealousy, meaning David was very disrespectful and treated you the way you would treat an 11-year-old. Like literally, he should, the fact that he hasn't even been arrested for that or charges haven't been brought for that is beyond me, right? But getting back to this point, they said remains of two women were found in cars investigated as homicides. LA authorities have revealed new details, okay? This is something very interesting. They said the LA County Medical Examiner has released new details on the remains of one of the two women who were discovered in vehicles at tow yard this week. Both passings were investigated as homicides, okay? Even though law enforcement is not authorized to speak publicly about the cases. One woman's remains were discovered at about 12:20 p.m. on Monday after police responded to Hollywood Tow on Mansfield Avenue, okay? Someone smelled a foul odor coming from the front trunk of the vehicle, and detectives were sent to investigate the possible presence of human remains. That car, a Tesla with a Texas license plate, it is David's car, was towed from the Tony Bird Streets neighborhood in Hollywood Hills, according to police, okay? They said that this deceased was found severely decomposed inside the vehicle. Severely means it went on for months, not just, it went on probably for definitely more than 2 weeks. Usually months when they say severely decomposed. She appears to have been deceased inside the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found. We're unable to determine her age or race or ethnicity. The descendant was wearing a tube top and black leggings size small. She has wavy black hair. Jewelry includes yellow metal stud earrings and a yellow metal chain bracelet. Okay, right? The medical examiner said the woman was 5'2" and 71 pounds, and that she had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, shh. The remains were described as, and this is very graphic, a head and a torso. The owner of the vehicle has been identified as David Anthony Burke, as you guys know, right? The body of the second woman was also found after family members filed a missing police report. The family had reportedly tracked the woman to a scorched Honda Civic that was being held at a tow yard at the West Gage Avenue. Okay? The car had been towed to the lot on Sunday, and the vehicle fire had been extinguished by LA City Fire. But firefighters never checked inside the car and did not see the woman's remains. Okay. Listen. Now here's the thing. Authorities do not believe that Hollywood Hills thing is somehow related. But I do find it very, very odd. And I do find it very, very coincidental that both these things were happening at the same time. You know, I find it very, very coincidental. It's a very strange coincidence. And they haven't released a lot more information of the story. Or the stories are being buried by what we're talking about with Celeste. Listen, again, it's strange that she's female, and it's strange that she's rumored to be missing a finger. Again, that whole tattoo possibility popped into my mind as soon as I heard this. But yeah, they're saying they're connected to a missing persons report, and it seems the family had tracked it down to the tow yard down the GPS. Now again, they found a second body. It is unclear whether it's related to David, but do you see what I'm talking about? About the reason of, do you see what I'm talking about? About the way that there's all these coincidences happening. No arrests have been made. And this mofo is just sitting there talking about he's fully cooperating. Fully cooperating with what? Why didn't you say anything when a body was actually found in your car? Where was the shock? Where was the horror? Who's this quiet about that? Seriously, even if you didn't know it was if somebody said, yo, somebody was found in your car, wouldn't you be like, wait, what? How? When? Okay? Let's also not forget, this woman's finger was allegedly cut off. Don't forget that David talked over and over and over about his love for gore pee. He almost said that he had an addiction and he had to stop himself from watching it because he loved it so much. Death was something that he romanticized, like his song Romantic Homicide. Every venue on his tour, he would bring in a casket into the hotel with him as a PR stunt. Again, the gore pee, if you don't know what it is, please don't look it up, but it is horrific. But somebody that's into taking pleasure from chopping and screwing other people, yeah, that's exactly what it is. One person is cut, the other person is missing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Honestly, you guys, listen, we're going to be following this a lot more. You guys stay tuned for part 2. The whole thing about Celeste and the way it looks like that he may have hurt her for weeks. I'm going to drop in another video. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.